Namaste. I am Dr. Meenal and I am a senior homeopathic consultant practicing in Pune and in Mumbai with a clinical experience of 16 plus years. Today I am here to discuss a very common and a very interesting clinical condition, that is joint pains. During lockdown, all of us got restricted to our homes. Post this lockdown, in my clinical practice, I found that there was a sudden surge in complaints of joint pains, not only amongst the elderly but also amongst the working class youth, male and female both. This surge was not only seen amongst people who are already suffering from chronic joint pains like rheumatoid arthritis or reactive arthritis or osteoarthritis and were already on medications, but it was also seen amongst people who were overexerting doing domestic chores or helping hand to their spouse or were working continuously on their laptops. So I have come up with 5 tips so that you can maintain your health even with this joint complaints. My first tip of the day is take adequate rest. Give adequate rest to your joint. Do not overexert. See, ladies generally, they tend to finish their task before the stipulated time. So what they do is, even if they have joint pains, they will try to overexert, and thus this causes swelling of the joints. Gradually, over a period of time, they are totally unable to use the joint. So my first advice is that please do not exert your joint. If it is painful, give adequate rest. The second tip is do fermentation. See, I have seen that if you do a good fermentation twice a day with warm or cold water or both the hot and cold simultaneously, it gives wonderful relief in the joint pains. 10 minutes of cold fermentation followed by 10 minutes of warm fermentation works wonderfully. But if you are comfortable only with warm fermentation or if you are comfortable only with cold fermentation, continue doing the same. Do it at least twice a day. The third tip is do exercise. Now, if you have just joint pain and no swelling, then continue doing regular exercises. Now, when I say exercise, what does it mean? It means that continue doing the normal natural movement of your joint. For example, if I have joint pains of fingers, then what I should do is I should continue doing this movement of my joint. This is the normal natural movement of my joint. I should keep on doing this movement. If I have elbow joint pain, then I should continue doing the normal natural flexion and extension movement of my elbow joint so that the mobility of my joint is maintained. Similarly with the shoulder joint, continue doing these normal movements slowly and regularly. See, exercise is going to cause you pain, but if you do not do exercise, if you just keep the joint without touching it, without movement, then when you start using the joint, it is going to be very, very, very painful. And even if you don't use the joint, the pain is going to be there. So best is that you use the joint. Do slow, natural, normal movements of your joint like flexion and extension in case of elbow joint. Similarly for your knee joint, do flexion and extension of knee joint if it is painful. Many people I have seen that they do not use their joint if it is paining. For example, if there is a pain in elbow joint and if they have to pick up a vessel, or maybe they have to pick up a cup in their hand, what they do is they will not flex the elbow, rather they will try to pressurize from the elbow joint, from the shoulder joint to pick up that. They will not move the elbow joint, they'll keep it straight and stiff, but they will try to put pressure from the shoulder joint to pick up that cup or to pick up that vessel. See, gradually over a period of time, what happens is that along with your elbow joint, the shoulder joint also starts paining, and gradually this pain shifts to the neck region, that is the cervical region. Similar thing happens if you have a knee joint and you do not flex your knee while you are walking. What people do is that while they walk, they don't flex their knee joint. They keep it straight and stiff to avoid pain, and thus this causes lot of pressure on the hip joint because they try to lift their step from the hip. Over a period of time, along with knee, the hip starts paining, and over a period of time, gradually this pain shifts to the lower back. Similarly may happen also with the ankle joint and the toes joints too. So it is very important that even if you are having a painful joint, please continue using that joint. You may do it slowly, but do it regularly and do normal natural movement of that joint. Now this is true in case of a joint where you just have pain and no swelling. But if you have pain with swelling, then for next 2 to 3 days till the swelling subsides, do not do any exercise. The fourth tip of the day is take a balanced diet. See, I have seen that people, when they suffer from joint complaints, and if especially if they had already been having chronic joint disease, and then there is surge in this joint pains, they feel very low, they feel very depressed, they lose their liveliness, and they tend to miss their meals. See, this is the time where your body requires all the nutrition that is available. So please do not skip your meals. Take a good balanced diet having a lot of calcium, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids. Now where do you find it? You will find them very commonly with milk and milk products, yogurt, soya, tofu, dry fruits, nuts, walnuts. Vitamin D is available naturally to all of us through sun. So 10 minutes to half an hour exposure, a good exposure to sun gives a good amount of vitamin D to your body. Whenever you are exposing, whenever you are being in sun for vitamin D, see that you expose your body adequately. Like your arms or your back, it should be exposed to sun. If you cover your body parts and then if you are standing in sun, then the body will not be able to utilize that sun rays to synthesize vitamin D. The fifth tip is medications. Continue your medications with above mentioned all tips. See that you are in good contact to your doctor, your physician. You keep on informing your physician whether you are better with the medications or you are still not better. See that you regularly go for follow-up or at least be in touch on through text with your physician. Now, being a homeopath and being treated many of patients with chronic joint diseases and surge of joint pains, I would suggest that homeopathy works wonderfully in helping to relieve the joint complaints. It has no side effects, no bad effects, no toxic effects, and no interactions with any other stream of medications. Hence, it is very much safe for all age groups. Homeopathy helps to relieve joint complaints wonderfully and beautifully. Even if you are suffering from a chronic joint complaint like say osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis and you are already on medications, I have seen that even such patients do suffer from surge of joint complaints which is not better with their medications. In that case also you can visit a good homeopath in your vicinity and start regular homeopathic medications under the guidance and advice of that homeopath, and take those medications regularly. Over a period of time, it's going to give wonderful results to you. Not only the pains and the swelling subside, but uh, it helps to bring the liveliness or the likeness to live in such individuals. I hope you all would be benefited with the tips that I have shared. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my video to remain updated with new videos on new clinical conditions on YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a good day. Namaste.